how well this mic works, but or if you can hear my dishwasher, hopefully not. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and pretty much talk to myself. All the different times that your life has felt like hell, like it was hard, unnecessarily. Why is this happening to me? Um, why is life so difficult? Why am I in so much pain? Why am I suffering for for so long? Like, what's going on? There's been a lot of ups and downs in my life, and I've come to that place quite a few times. Sometimes it led me to rock bottom, and so why does your life feel like hell? Um, I'm a little bit older, a little bit wiser now, and I think I realize it's because you thought you were the most important thing in the world. You distanced yourself from God or a higher power. It doesn't matter. You put yourself first. You tried to do your will, and how did that work out? Right? How did that work out? Well, I mean, it worked out until it didn't, right? Over and over and over and over again, and you just keep getting more and more miserable until eventually you want to just end it all. And you've been through that cycle multiple times, and it's like what are you chasing after? Like what is this weird cycle, this like weird wheel that you're on, right? It's a hell created by your own doing. It's a hell created by your own doing. The hell that you're in is your responsibility. It's the life that you have. It's the life that you've walked into, and you have to accept that. And you have to, well, yeah, ask for guidance, man, because you've tried to get yourself out of this situation. You've done everything in your power, and it hasn't worked. So you need to ask for help, ask for guidance, ask other people, ask God. In asking other people, you got to listen to what they have to say. You can't just you can't just think that you know better than everyone, right? Like, listen to what they have to say. Why? Because God is trying to talk to you through them. Their ideas or whatever might not be the best advice for you, or it might not apply to you, or they don't know your situation. But it's like that doesn't matter. Like, you have to listen to them. You have to go out and ask them. If you continue trying to get out of hell all alone, that's not possible. You're just going to keep digging yourself, into a deeper and deeper hole. I mean, yeah, it's like, oh, my life is so bad, so I'm just going to do these drugs. And it's like, yeah, like that's your solution. That's what you're going to do. And how is that going to end up for you? Like, how is that going to work out for you? As opposed to being able to be vulnerable, go talk to people, I mean, be real with yourself, like what are you feeling? What are you going through? Does it suck? Are you ready to stop making it suck? Like, life isn't supposed to be bad, bro. Like, it's not supposed to suck. Like, that's the key indicator to do something to not make it suck. But it's not about living in the suck, bro. Like, um, yeah. So like the most likely reason your life is hell is because you put yourself there for whatever reason. It's okay that you put yourself there. No one's judging you. It's fine. However, don't deny the fact that you're not there. You're there. It sucks. Great. Cry about it. Do whatever you got to do. But like, also recognize that like you need help. You can't get yourself out of it. You can't do anything alone, really. Uh, yeah, I mean that's really it. Is putting yourself first, putting what you want, putting your desires first, right? That's what that's my thing. Is that I tend to put my will first above God's, above the I try to will into existence what I want, and I'm pretty good at that. However, that's also not my job cosmically, and so I'm trying to fill a role that's not mine, and I'm doing an okay job, but I guarantee you I'm not doing as good of a job as if I just submit myself to a higher power. But people don't like that. People like to feel like they're the higher power. They like to feel like they're the higher power. People like to feel like me, people like to feel that they are in charge of their life, like they actually have control over their life, and they have, that they are special, that they're unique, that they're smart, that they're talented. They want to feel superior to other people. Yeah, I mean that's all your will, right? Like you're trying to be someone that you're not. So that's what it's like being in hell. That's what it's like being in hell. Is you essentially get to a place where you're so alone and you're so broken and you're so afraid and you have nowhere to turn, and yeah, you've isolated yourself, um, both physically and spiritually and emotionally. You people are funny. You people are funny. Humans are funny. Humans are funny. If it's not interesting, y'all won't watch, which is great. That's the human condition, and these algorithms are built around it. That's an uphill battle for me because I mean that's what I'm here for. Is I'm fighting the human condition, and we all want to be evil and do weird stuff, and yet that's what we want. That's what we're voting for as a species, as an individual, and as a group. But yeah, living in hell is not fun, man. Like this life isn't supposed to be awful. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be good. So you're supposed to have joy. You're supposed to enjoy the people around you, enjoy the day, enjoy the birds, like enjoy stuff. Like you're not supposed to be so caught up in your work, so caught up in your family, so caught up in yourself and your own motives, your own career, trying to make money. Like that's why you're in hell, is because you're trying to live out your will and you're blocking out God, whatever that means to you. Um, Yeah, I mean, there's a spot in our brain for I would say religion, but there's a spot in our brain for a higher power, and if we start to fill that spot, I mean, some people like the people who are like who think maybe the universe or like science is a higher power, like at least they're in a better position than people who think that they are the higher power. The people who think that they are the high like their shit smells like stinks the worst, right? Like if you have so much pride and so much ego that you are superior or you feel superior or this is why I'm better than that person, like that's why you're in hell. That's why you're in hell, because you've isolated yourself. You think you're so special. You're not special. Like you are special. You're unique for sure. Like your DNA genetics, and God loves you, but like you're not that special, right? And this is me talking to myself too. It's like why you've isolated yourself. You thought you were someone. You thought you were so special. You thought you could do this, you could do that, and God has humbled you along the way. And yeah, I mean, I think he'll just keep doing it until you submit. Like you don't get to get away from you don't get to get away with trying to outperform reality, out